This video is a continuation of the previous one. You don't need to watch the previous one, but if you wanted to, you can click on the thing above. In the previous video I said, if I can develop a 2D Flappy Bird, then I also can develop a 3D one. I thought it's gonna be easy, but in reality, it was a bit hard. For example, I copied the entire code from my previous 2D game and ended up using a lot of it in my 3D game, which you're currently watching this video. Problems. The jumping mechanic, I stole it from my previous video, which in that video I stole it from Pontypants, which Pontypants stole from Brackies. Wait, Brackies? He used Unity, not Unreal. Unity. That's a familiar name. Anyways, the code for the blocks and obstacle movement is done. The score system? Check. It does look like everything is done and ready to go. But when I started programming, I realized that my whole plan is set to failure before even trying. The first problem is, I didn't even know how to make the character shoot. We're building a 3D shooter Flappy Bird, or did we forget? I have no idea how to make the cursor move, but luckily, I found some tutorials online. Though they didn't cover left mouse button events, I was clueless on what to search for. I remember that most of the point-and-click tutorials were very basic and didn't cover what I needed. Out of nowhere, one of my brain cells got activated to tell me something. It was about Squarespace. Squarespace is a website to... Nah, just kidding. There is no way anyone wants to sponsor me. When I see your comments, guys, I really get happy and motivated to continue. So keep them coming.
Well, I don't care about your happiness.
What? You don't care about my happiness? Even if I give you this?
Whoa!
Now we're talking. If you want to participate in a small game, follow me. You need to answer one question to get the prize.
What's the prize? I want to know if it's worth my time.
If you didn't like it, you'll get your time back.
Okay.
The question is, before I mentioned Squarespace, what were we talking about exactly? The choices are, how your comments make me happy, where's Sygma in the video, what my brain cell wanted to tell me, or how to breathe without oxygen. You got 40 seconds to pick the correct answer, and also you got 4 buttons and each one is for the respective choice. 3, 2, 1, go!
Give me more time, I can't think.
Choose! Okay, that was the correct answer. My brain cells reminded me that I have Mark Price's Unreal 4 course. And in one of the videos, you make a point-and-click mechanic system. So I checked out the video and the solution was ridiculously simple. All you gotta do is add a left mouse button event and use a node called getHitResult under cursor by channel. That means whenever I left click with my mouse, I will take info about whatever is under my cursor and then use that info to do something. The second issue. In my previous game, when obstacles get out of screen space, they still run endlessly in the world. This will of course take space in the player's memory. The biggest issue is, when I try to delete any model off screen in this game, what gets deleted is another model in the same world. That means it takes into account the order of creation. To this day, I still don't know how to fix it, but I went with this. Place a hidden wall behind the player, and if the popcorn touches the wall, it gets deleted. You might be wondering, did I do this for the obstacles too? The answer is no. The reason why is because I don't like this solution. So I did use another solution to make the lifetime of the object 5, so it deletes itself after 5 seconds of its creation. You might also ask, why didn't you use this solution for the popcorn? It's because I need to know when and where the popcorn gets deleted, because I need to use these informations to make something, and I don't know how to take it while using this method. Next issue. In the 2D Flappy Bird game, obstacles and sprites were spawning outside of screen space. But in 3D Flappy Bird, it needs to spawn in front of the player. In other words, the player will be able to see the empty world and also see things get created, and that's not cool. The solution is very simple. I only add fog. I added a very thick amount of fog, and it did fix the issue. However, the fog was overly thick, so I decided to reduce its intensity. Of course, the player now will notice objects being created far away, but it's just a Flappy Bird game. Who cares?
I'm still waiting for my prize.
Oh, right. This is it.
A toy gun. You're kidding, right?
Nope. If you didn't like it, you can use this gun to send yourself a few minutes in the past.
Whoa, that's really cool.
Game difficulty. I'm one of those people who like their ass to be kicked by game's difficulty. So why not make my game hard? Do you recall the popcorn? I made it move. If you miss a shot, you lose. I made the distance between obstacles smaller. If you miss a popcorn, you lose. If you go very low, you lose. If you go very high, you lose. If you touch any obstacle, you lose. If you used Unity, you will lose. I'm kidding. Assets and models. I've been stacking Epic Games' free monthly assets since 2019. Every month, they give out 5 to 10 asset packs for free. If you take it before next month, you will have it forever. Anyways, fortunately I had this amazing low poly pack and it suited my game. Don't ask me why I used the popcorn as the target to shoot at, it just felt natural. Also don't ask me why I didn't add a weapon for the player to shoot from. That's because I want to finish the game fast, and though the weapon is an important visual addition to the game, the value it'll add is very minor compared to the time it'll take to implement. Music. Although there is currently no music in my game, but honestly it feels good as it is, compared to my previous game. This one is really good, even without any music. While developing the game, sometimes I playtest it for a long time, trying to reach high scores and enjoying it. Then I realized that I was playing my game. The amazing guy who made the music from last video made another track, so I decided to steal it for my game. It was a rainy, moody track, and it felt fitting for the game's environment. Actually, I added rain to the game just because of it. Sound effects. Like any other indie dev, I took sound effects from online and I used them like this. If you hit the iron gatey looking thing, this sounds really relaxing. Listen to it again. This one for when you lose. And this when you shoot. Popcorn sound. And this one for Unity users. Wait. I apologize. Final thoughts. So now, we created a 3D first-person shooter Flappy Bird game. It turned out that Flappy Bird and 3D FPS work well together. I honestly really enjoyed making this game and also playing it. What do you think, guys? Is it good? I know, of course, that in order to judge something, you'll need to try it first. Unfortunately, I can't share the game mainly because of bugs and framerate dependent physics. I tried to fix the issue using delta time, but it didn't work. The game actually worked pretty great, but it must be played on 120 frames per second. As I said, I encountered some issues with framerate and decided not to share it. I might share it with people who can run it on 120 FPS. But like 80% of my viewers use Unity, so even if they tried the game, they will lose by default just because they use Unity like I mentioned before. We didn't reach the end of the video. I want to show you 30 seconds of the entire game with everything put together. The gameplay.